G'day, it is Martin and I am back. A lot of things have changed. I've lost a lot of weight. No longer farming at the Lungra, now farming in the hills. Although not specifically these hills, these are actually my neighbour's hills. We've got no more big machines, no more air seeder, no more spray rig, no more tractor or big tractor. We've still got the Chamberlain. What we do have, we've still got the two-wheeler, we've still got the mass tractor. And we've got a couple of other new dogs, we've got a couple of horses, and we've got cows. And pretty well all cows, aside from a handful of sheep, which I just spent the last afternoon getting back from the neighbour's place back to my place. So this isn't even my place, this is the neighbour's. I'm back over there. Anyway, I'll give you a bit of a tour and let's look into it. Now, the more observationally astute among you may notice that I'm wearing a different outfit and I'm no longer on a motorbike and it's raining. And yeah, well, basically the reason for that, this is the next day. In fact, it's the next afternoon. And steady there, mate. And yeah, so bit of a rundown on what's happened in the last 12, 18 months. So basically I was getting very fat and angry driving around the spray rig. The hours were really long and the pay wasn't great for the hours I was doing, so I was fairly over that. Someone came along, asked to buy the spray rig, and said no worries. So I sold that, and then soon after that we were approached by a mob to buy the farm, and I was getting really sick of writing big checks to John Deere every other month and yeah, just having a world of debt and steady. Just having a world of debt. So yeah, took them up on that. We sold that and instead we bought this. So yeah, we no longer have no big payments to machinery companies. We've still got loans to the bank, obviously, but no big machines. Most of my machines are pretty old. They're a lot older than me, other than the drone. And yeah, we got Boomer. We've also got another horse called Bert. That's my wife's horse. But yeah, Boomer's a retired thoroughbred and he's the fella I take about. So I know the next question you'll want to know. And it's the two obvious ones. What have you bought? What are you running? Well, basically, we've bought ourselves a smaller block. It's only 500 acres, but it's in a beautiful little valley all on its own. Sort of that ridge behind me, running right back up there, up to that back ridge up there, and then back down the valley over there. So it's pretty traversable. Some of it's pretty steep, but it's all pretty open. Not a heap of, well, terrible Koolatai rock and grass like the stuff behind me. A lot of it is fairly open, fairly traversable, and easy to get around on a bike or Boomer or whatever else you want to do. And now as for what are we running? Well, mainly black cows, as you can see. Although there are a few outliers. We got a speckle up there behind me. So there's 4 of them. And then there's a couple of other ones that we got in a pretty affordable mob. Yeah, so we got a red, a white, you know, a bit of Charolais in them. They're just mixed breed, whatever. And a couple of baldy blacks. Total head on farm at the moment, probably around 100, including bulls, calves, heifers, cows. Be about 60 cows. Calving this year's been very all over the place, just because we only brought 30 with us and then actually it wasn't even 30, it was 25, I think. And then building up our numbers, we were buying mobs from everywhere, and yeah, joining dates may not have been as described, but overall, they've, yeah, it's been well. I've always had plenty of cute calves wandering around all year round. You want to know how the season's been? Well, it's been a pretty mixed bag. Yeah, we bought the place September last year, just after the big snowstorm, so we didn't actually get to see that, but we're still dealing with the mess, all the bits of timber down around under trees. That's going to be a long job, tidying that up, but we're getting there. So after that, we had a really good spring, early summer, very wet. Then Australia Day, tap turned off, really hot, cooked all the grass.
that's the end of it. This soil's very different to back at the Lungra. It's a lot shallower. It still is a basalt, but it's got like a big blue metal gravel all through it with a bit of dirt in between, so it doesn't quite have that same moisture holding capacity. So yeah, after that, tap turned off, got very dry, and didn't really rain until end of May, early June, and then it pretty well rained every week. Greened the place up, put a bit of water in the dams, but being winter, cold, still not a bulk of feed. So we've had the cattle and calves on DDG pellets ever since, which they're great. They're just, you know, lots of energy, lots of protein, and just really kept everyone ticking along, and the calves in particular are looking really nice. So that's been good. And as for the other question that everyone seems to be asking me, yes, I am okay. I do know that being in a spray rig can send you a bit mad, but physically I am healthy. I've just been eating well, exercising, stopped being a fat bastard, and yeah, lost not quite 30 kilos, but it'd be about 27, 28. So yeah, it's been some pretty big drops. And look, yesterday I just come back from running up and down those hills behind me, chasing a mob of sheep that we inherited with the place, and slowly working to get them back into the yards and onto a truck. And yeah, that sort of thing really knocks the kilos off. According to my Garmin watch, I burnt as much energy as a person normally does in a day, just in that little junket running up and down those hills. So anyway, that's about where we are for now. There's a lot of work to be done, a lot of projects. Got a nice D4, well, nice, really old D4 that we're running around the place. We've got a set of cattle yards we need to move, revamp, and just a whole heap of other projects that we want to work on. And hopefully you can follow us along and join us. I want to get back into doing this as a thing. Anyway, until next time, keep at it.